Look, I'm fired. I already know I'm fired. Trust me, I know. But before I go, I just want to get this off my chest. That shit was not my fault. Y'all are trash. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash. Like, y'all are so trash. I want you to know that I'm talking to you, so I'm going to say your name, then I'm going to call you trash. Kawhi Leonard, you trash. Patrick Beverly, you trash. Paul George, listen to me when I say this. You are trash.
Liverpool Football Club. When people say these are the worst Prem winners ever, I don't blame them. It has gotten so bad to the point where, looking back in hindsight, this was more of an Arsenal bottom of the league as opposed to Liverpool winning it. Because the truth of the matter is that City was at, Arsenal was at, Chelsea was at, Liverpool was meh. And that meh was enough to get us over the line. Because wallah, all Liverpool fans, put the bias aside, okay? Put the bias in the bag. In all the games under Arne Slot that you have watched, I'm asking you one question. What type of football does he play? Genuine question, because I don't know. Do you know? I'll tell you what I did see. It was pass around the back, give it to Trent, play Salah through, and inshallah. These are the tactics that somehow won us the league. Arsenal have worse competition now, but at least they have an identity. It might be a shit one, but it's an identity nonetheless. Let me start by addressing this bald-headed, Hank Schrader head-ass prick. It's gotten so bad to the point where I've been hoping Liverpool would lose games just so this Haiwan could get the sack. The only people that want Slot to stay are rival fans. They always say, oh, Liverpool fans are so ungrateful, bruv. Their manager won them the league. How could they want him sacked? We spent 500 million on this squad and we're fighting for top 4. Shoot, we might even end up mid-table. This is even worse than the 22-23 season because we at least had an identity. We knew what type of football we wanted to play. And the reason why that team was so bad is that the midfield had no legs and was getting ran through more than O'Bar. Secondly, Arne Slot, genuine question. Do you have any family or friends living in one of Cody Gakpo's slums and he'll threaten to cut off their hydro if you don't start him? It's not even that this guy is meaty. He just plays like he's the main guy on the team. He don't press that well. He's very ball dominant. He has the playstyle of Arjen Robben with the ability of Pedro Neto. What does it take for Rio or Chiesa to start? Yeah, Rio isn't really a great footballer, but he's 17. Give him time. Just because amenyah is already one of the best footballers ever, doesn't mean we should hold him to the same standard. Plus, the kid has heart. That's more than enough. And every cameo that Chiesa has made, he's rarely dropped a stinker. One of our biggest issues is that we don't have wingers that can take their men on 1v1. We literally have them on the bench. You know what else is our problem? A midfielder that doesn't treat the ball like a bum. You know where he is? Look! I just don't understand. You know, for me, the best lineup we've had is the one against Brighton. Kirkes, Van Dijk, Konaté, and Szoboszlai as a back 4. Gravenberch and Curtis Jones as a double pivot. Wirtz off the left drifting into a double cam with McAllister, and Salah off the right acting as a second striker for Ekitike up top. This was our peak this season. We had a wing threat in our fullbacks that were bombing up and down the wings. Wirtz was in his best position. Salah was getting the ball in the same positions he was last season, and we had someone to control games in Curtis Jones. But there are certain games where Slot will pull some bullshit. Like this one time, I remember this, brother. I don't remember what game it was. Wait, I do. It was the 2-1 loss to United. At one point in the game, he was running a 4-2-4 with Kirkes, Van Dijk, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai at the back. We have 2 midfielders, a center back, and a wing back as our back 4, and a double pivot of Florian Wirtz and Curtis Jones.
Come on now, dawg.
And the front 4 of Cody Gakpo, Ekitike, Isak, and Salah.
Come on, man.
There are some games where he doesn't even make any substitutions. The hell? I'm being so serious when I say this. Ruben Amorim will do a better job with the squad.
I'm here to tell you that the good nights are coming.
Because this is the type of squad that does call for a 3-4-2-1. Virg, Konaté, Joe, Kirk, Kurt, Sobo, Frim, Wirtz, TK, and Salah off the top of my head. And another thing, you'll notice that out of possession, great teams have their defense structured. You could see the attack, the midfield, and defensive line. It's all straight. It's all proper. And then when you watch Liverpool, our defensive line is shaped like the EEG of a seizure patient. But no, number 2, the board. If there's any proof that Slot doesn't have a system in place, or if the board isn't listening to Slot, it's reflected in the board buying players without any thought process behind it. The reason we aren't as good this season is because of Trent Alexander-Arnold. How do we go from buying a fullback that can't defend to a fullback that's even worse defensively. No, but in all seriousness, Trent was our main chance creator and ball progressor in build-up. And we thought Florian Wirtz would make up for that chance creation void. Not even that. Tell me which one of our new signings is elite at progressing the ball. I'm waiting. The truth of the matter is that we have a striker that can't finish, wingers that can't take on their man 1v1, a 10 that can't create, fullbacks that can't defend, and midfielders that can't progress the ball. Number 3, the player's mindset. The players at this club are arrogant, but not in a good way. They act like every win against a club that isn't Big Five is entitled to them. A prime example is against Barnsley at Anfield. They were going toe-to-toe with us, and Szoboszlai decides to pull off this because the truth of the matter is that he doesn't do this against Arsenal, or Real Madrid, or City. Liverpool is like that one kid in a function that's posted up against the wall, thinks being mysterious and nonchalant will help him get gal, but he's just weird. Like, you're weird, buddy. You're weird. We had ego-filled players like Salah and Mane in the past, but Klopp was able to keep them humble. Clearly, Slot is losing the dressing room. It's always the case. We have a foothold on the game for like the first 10 minutes, and then we just get complacent. There's a reason our best games have been against the likes of Arsenal and Real Madrid, and our worst have been against bottom-tier clubs. But most importantly, the players. Individual quality is the most important thing in football, and Liverpool don't have a single world-class player on our squad. Let's just go through each player that we employed. Alisson, pros. He single-handedly kept us in the games where the defensive system, if there was one, was crumbling. Incredible ball playing. Cons, he's 33, he's not the Alisson of old, and it's starting to show in the mistakes he makes. Kirkes, pros, great offensively, shows heart when he's playing, great at tackling. Cons, his acceleration and defensive positioning. Every winger that has cooked Kirkes is saying one thing. It's the same thing that Hakeem said to Kevin Garnett. I'm hitting him with lateral movement. I'm hitting him with lateral movement. He can't do anything. If you actually paid attention to his Bournemouth tapes, you would know that he struggles against shifty wingers. You can't change his direction quick enough. His recovery pace is poor. But I mean, this can be addressed in training. His defensive positioning gets exploited when you have wingers picking up potential positions, so he doesn't know who to mark, like Amenyah when City played against us. Van Dijk, pros, he's single-handedly holding our defense together. Cons, he's 34. I'd say we have one more season left of Virgil van Dijk at the top level. Xhaka is coming over, and I think we can wait another season for Schlotterbeck. Konate, pros, very physical, top-level ball playing, is a weeb. Cons, his bad games are absolutely shambolic. I've said it during the Newcastle vid. I was wrong for thinking Konate's head was in Madrid, when it was really his father he was concerned about. Konate has an argument for being top 3 center backs in the world when everyone's at their best, only behind Saliba and Upamecano. I'd say now he's been one of the bright spots of Liverpool, and losing him to Madrid will be very hard, so we just have to hold that. Frimpong, pros, he's fast. Cons, he can't defend, he can't cross, he can't dribble, he can't take on his man 1v1, he can't shoot. Useless fellow. Alexis McAllister, cons, too weak in midfield, doesn't progress the ball well, not a great ball carrier, okay at circulating play. Pros,
this guy's just a bum. Like, let's just accept it. We don't have to lie. We don't have to like say, oh.
Ryan Gravenberch, pros, ball carrying, half turn, defensive positioning. Cons, off ball work, pace, passing, vision. Gravenberch really is this generation's Moussa Dembele. He's one of the best in the world when it comes to beating his man on the half turn. But aside from that, I'm sorry, he really isn't good for anything else. I used to be in love with this brother Walad. There was a point where watching Gravenberch just made you blush. Nowadays, he just jogs and scratches his dick for 90 minutes. Like, he don't even progress the ball as much as he used to. It's like Amenyah said, this guy will spam the shoulder drops in midfield, he'll do the shimmy shimmy yay, and then he'll go backwards. What kind of behavior is that, bro? Szoboszlai, pros, pressing, best athlete in the Prem, logs everyone and anyone, ball striking. Cons, zero technical ability. I've never bought into the Szoboszlai Player of the Year hype. He scores a few free kicks here and there, and mans are trying to tell me he's better than Valverde. I watched a comp on Twitter that was meant to gas up his passing bag. None of those passes were on target. I mean, they were, but as an example, one play he crossed the ball to Gravenberch, and my man ended up having to stretch his neck like he was giraffe to reach it. Szoboszlai only looks good because he's the only midfielder that's actually trying to do something. For every great pass you see Szoboszlai do, there are 9 others before that smashed into the advertising board. For every time he carries the ball, there are 4 other attempts where his touch balloons it to the other side. He has one world-class game as a right back against Martinelli, and people are saying he's better than Trent. For me, I think he works well as a wide midfielder in a 4-4-2. Cody Gakpo. Ekitike. Pros, link-up play, IQ, first touch, dribbling, pace, can play across the front line. Cons, Pros, big game consistency, finishing, pace, dribbling, can play across the front line. Cons, injury. Isak used to be an injury-prone player during his earlier years. A fully fit Isak was a top 10 player last season in terms of performances. I mean, this is the guy that brought Champions League football to Newcastle and was terrorizing big teams in the Prem. A player just doesn't simply drop in quality overnight. It's usually either a mental thing or due to a massive injury, which is what happened to Isak. This guy didn't have a preseason, which caused him to be massively out of shape, but also, because we had to balance him with Ekitike, he didn't get a consistent run of games. Striker and goalkeeper are the two positions where the mental aspect is the most important. Isak has never started for more than 4 games in a row for Liverpool, which is why he hasn't been that good. He's the only one in the squad that is a big game scorer once he gets back to his level. Verts, pros, good in tight spaces, link up play. Cons, not an elite chance creator, horrible ball striking, not an elite ball carrier. Everything important you need from an attacker, he don't got it. From day one, I've been massively against signing foreign verts and massively advocating for Shirky. The reason was because of the massive chance creation void that Trent left. He was top 5 chance creators in the world, only behind Shirky, Yamal, Saka, and one of the best passers in the world. If Liverpool really had good scouts, they would note that Florian Wirtz was never an elite chance creator. His horrendous ball striking, he shoots the ball like my niece, and she's only... The car right next to me is just started up. I don't... You men are gonna have to wait for a while. Holy shit, just go already. Fuck. You can't make this shit up, bro. Bro, go already. I'm trying to record. God damn. You know what? You men are just gonna have to put up with the noise. His horrendous ball striking. He shoots the ball like my niece, and she's only 9 years old. Like, how does that work? The best we can do is cut our losses and move forward from here. Sell him to, I don't know, AC Milan. He'll definitely thrive in the Serie A. Salah, yeah, you know what? Thank you for your service, big man, for the past 9 seasons, even though it wasn't that good. But this is it for Salah at the top level. At the end of the day, he's not even top 5 in the Prem all time. Henry, Ronaldo, KDB, Rooney, Hazard, Curtis Jones, pros, good in tight spaces, press resistance, decent progressive passing and duel winning. Cons, holds on to the ball for too long. Thinks he's Hazard. Curtis Jones is the only midfielder that can provide control in the midfield. I don't really like using him as an 8 because he's just not that good at carrying. Just sit back and dictate the game. That's all I ask. Chiesa, pros, I don't know. Cons, I don't know because he doesn't play. Rio, pros, ambitious dribbler, wants to make a difference. Cons, not really a special talent. Could be a Kvara type of player at best. Rio is not really much of a special player. He's a good winger, but he's no Dalman or Diomande or Estevao or any attacking talent of such. If all goes well, he'll grow up to be a solid winger. That's just good. That's really all I have to say. In conclusion, Liverpool are in shambles, and next video, I'll be telling how I, your boy, Don Shreisty, can fix this sorry-ass team. Anyways, y'all know the drill. Sub up if you fuck with me, fuck off if you don't. And with that said,